need to confirm their whereabouts, and that well will give them the information nonetheless. But you still have the Yoru. Will get the opening frag out. It's Vibor at the hands of one. The trade out is still present, but it's too late. They've got the control on the spike, and Knight Rider is the only one man left. He'll be able to get he'll be able to succeed in taking out one of the players, which means that Doctor needs to find something else, and he will deny the spike. That's a beautiful shot, and Doctor, and he gets the third. The third is what's mainly important. The like that will not look too good, especially on that mankind advantage. 4v4, Tesseract knows exactly what's happening. He'll get the weapon upgrade. Phantom at the hands of Tesseract as he succeeds in taking out Logi. And with the controller out, and also one more taking out Wimp, things might not look too well from Revenant's end. Position has been compromised. Things are not looking good from Revenant as Team Orangutan. They're looking so strong, but Blackhawk is here. Another 3 kills to take out Ember and Tesseract. And now it's all in the hands of Vibor. Orbital Strike is present. He can just lay back.
And a moment's notice. Shooter. Oh, that could have very well been an aggressive first peek, but it's Knight Rider who finds the double opening of his own. Paradox beautifully using that decoy. And again, Revenant look to be in control top down under. 2-man advantage. And Orangutan need to hope that they're able to catch something in their rotation midst. The Doctor trying his very best, but he's only good for one. Logi quick on the trade. And it all boils down to Ember in this 1 versus 3. Already very familiar with the position that Knight Rider has. Ember, good shot on the first. Paradox anticipating that peek from Ember. Takes it to the back lines. The flash spots the stun. Oh god, they're just both loading the side with utility. Ember, quick with that wall, but that outplay is out the window real quick, and Wimp watching for Shooter's aggression. They have the Rolling Thunder here on top of the Viper's Pit and the Nightfall. This is a utility brawl that we're getting to witness here in the B side, and Logi needs to be the man strong and in charge. He has himself that Viper's Pit's covered to work out with, but we've seen a lot of barrage fire in the past clear this pit, and Logi is playing this delightfully well. It still, however, boils down to a 2 versus 2. Orangutan have navigated this pit really well, and they are in touching distance to maybe taking the dub here, but Logi is the difference maker, and he continues to be this mid control. Tesseract's trying to make a small lurk play, but instantly gets punished. And again, this is the problem when you're playing Pearl against a team that's well prepped for it. The play towards mid is so crucial, and if you don't know how to play off each other well, it causes a lot of problems, which Logi is thorough in exploiting. This time, a small change in that trend, and they of course had that Viper Spit as well. Logi almost lines himself the double yet again. They finally put him to a stop though, and it's Vibor who steps up to make the play. Knight Rider finds the Doctor, and that is a crucial piece of the puzzle. Both the controllers out from the side of Revenant, which make this round far more doable for Orangutan. They need to be vigilant in the gunfights they take, and now Wimp's left with an all-to-do 1 versus 2. 8 bullets on the verge of pulling off a berserk play, and Tesseract needs to draw back the aggro. Audio deprivation that Wimp's now gonna suffer from, and Tesseract, more importantly, has the reveal. Nah, doesn't even need it. Wimp.
That he could gain from the Nightfall itself was so very much important. And look how OG's pushing towards it. Blackout intimidates this. He gets 2 kills, and so does Ember to take out Blackout, and Logi immediate resurrect at the hands of Vibor. They'll get their controller back. But what will they do? Well, now we see them pushing in towards the side on B. Paradox gets the opening. He has to take out Shooter, but is it more than enough to get the control? Wimp is here. They got the control on the side. Post plant is in. Knight Rider, he doesn't miss his shots. It's all at the hands of Doctor. All by his lonesome. A 1v2. He could use his smokes to his full potential, but it's already being used. But wait a minute, Wimp. He gets to use his Rolling Thunder, and it doesn't affect towards Doctor, which means he has the opportunity in his hands, and then Doctor!
For Orangutan to find themselves in. although that was a very crucial shot which Shooter was able to connect. Wimp, a predictable off angle, some might say, although they line up. Shooter grabs that kill yet again and is a menace for Revenant so far. Paradox needs to pop the hell off, but he's put under so much pressure, his TP doesn't end up working, and it's all on Loki. The hero with the Viper Spit prior, still not accounted for, and he needs to make the play! The defuse being stuck, he doesn't spam it, no!
But that's not the only team that they want. I mean, even Revenant wants a chance, and that chance will be even more promising. Look at that. Fight's been happening, and now it's Team Orangutan who gets in at the back end. Doctor is here. He gets to take out one more, and it's now Blackhawk. The last player standing, no more. As by the decoy, and it's Paradox time to shine, and he gets so much information regarding this execute. He needs to back off. He needs to wait for his team to arrive for their backup to commands. And look at the angle from Paradox. Gets one before Tesseract. Both of them are still, they just looking strong on their hold. But they don't have enough time. They only have 10 seconds. They need to rotate fast. They need at least 4 seconds for that plan to proceed. And they won't have any problems in doing that. Wimp, he thought that the execute was on the A side, but now he needs to secure B. Post plant. Can he succeed this retake? Shooter knows exactly what's...
The fights which they like, and very, very conveniently not take the ones that they don't want to.
Yeah, Knight Rider. He's popping off with the op. So does Paradox.
Teleport's ready.
Taking out Doctor. What just happened in this round? I believe that the timer that they have really did put themselves in a really good mood. Now we see Orangutan. They're just not looking too good at this execute itself. Post Pran is present with the hands of Orangutan, but they don't have enough man count to hold their ground, and it's an entire wipeout. I think the advantage, even if he doesn't get the lead or not. But it has happened nonetheless. Here comes the counters from the breach, the rolling thunder. Turns out it's working out well from Ember's favor. Instead, Spike needs to be planted nonetheless, but this aftershock and the orbital strike will push them even more further. Oh boy, what a deletion from Blackhawk. The Doctor is here, the controller. He needs to put things under control. The Cosmic Divide is here, so does the push. But it's been taken care of from Shooter. The op shot was so pristine, but Wimp is still here.
30 seconds left.
But he's all by himself. 1v3. Here's the footsteps. He'll get...
We go back to an equal position. We've seen this on multiple occasions. Perfect usage of the decoy from Paradox enables him to get that first, and he's going berserk! Quad kill in total! Paradox sending them back into the hills, back inside the Viper Spit, as he's forced to make a play, but they just play around him. Ember, gun barrel spotted, and Paradox a little too shaky on his aim. Now the game is a problem, as they've lost the numbers here, Revenant, and they're lining up for the Doctor, who dissects this yet done by Revenant's Loki, who are looking to re-aggress into this. Tesseract shooting the decoy and Loki on the other side of that nebula, but he holds his breath as he holds the trigger. Knight Rider gets another from heaven, although the trade's in from Tesseract. Paradox needs to make that play. He spots the leg. He gets Ember to bed. Man advantage Revenant. Shooter needs to yet again go above and beyond, but how much can you expect this man to do? Paradox gets one of his own, and it's all on a Tesseract. HP abysmally low. And the
They've got this opening. All they gotta do is just hold their ground, and that is more than enough. They'll just put themselves on an OP, and here comes Shooter. One kill. So does Paradox. But back again, it's at the hands of Team Orangutan. They get one more. Vibor looking very strong with the op. Actually, not the op. It's just the Vandal, which means that it's Logi. He'll get the upgrade of the weapon. He needs to clutch this 1v3. A desperate attempt to win this clutch, to put themselves back on overtime. It can't happen. He has to take out Tesseract.